Yes, yes. Good and decent people. Do you know how easy it is to destroy the Roman Empire system and the European system? Of course, you know that nobody wants to see that. It's a devil system. So how do you destroy a devil system? It's easy. The Almighty decides when it goes. Simple as that. The Almighty, He says it's gone. And He's being patient, very, very patient with this devil system. Because He don't want people to suffer. Right? He don't want people to suffer. So, yes, He's patient. Very patient. Highly patient. But the people above the heavens and the people in the heavens want Him to do something. And they don't want His patience to be everlasting. So up to the Almighty, as soon as He says it's gone, it's gone. As quick as that. The words leave His mouth, bam, devil's system, finish. So when you see devil and Satans and all their nasty evil spirit and such forth, spirit and flesh is not the same. But of the Almighty is the same. So you say devil thing, that can be anything, mash up. But the Almighty, He said, let us make man in our own image, a spiritual image, not flesh and blood. A spiritual image, but the Messiah come in the flesh and the blood of Judah, the 12 tribes of Israel. So you have Father Abraham, all blessings be upon him. And then Father Isaac and Father Jacob. And you know, when we say things in English, it's not a pure language. Because biblical language is pure. You know, the original. So language is a big thing. You know, the Tower of Babel and all the history. But that's a lot of history. But back to the point of devil system and European system and Roman Empire. Because I've just told you something right there. It's not white man you're up against, or black man, or Chinese man, or Indian man. It's devil system you're up against. You know, if you want to really go deep, you can say devil system, devil knowledge, Roman Empire system, Greek Empire system, European system, political system, religious system, economical systems even. Right? And you know they have all kind of man mashing up places like Venezuela. Right? You know what kind of system it is, but it's deep. And that's why you see the black man struggle. Because they have institutions in their wickedness. Institutions. You try finding a job to establish a righteous kingdom in this world. That job don't exist. Not in their system. But propping up their system, there's plenty of jobs that exist. If you take an army, right? You take an army and you say you want some ninjas, right? You first have to have military intelligence. And then you say you want your ninjas, your assassins. And then you say you want your special forces. And then you say you want your guerrilla forces, like terrorist type man. And then you say you want your main army. And a modern army, you know, it's like aircraft, navy, artillery, tanks, all different sections within an army. Infantry, medical. You even need farmers and people that's going to build and make everything and collect the raw materials from all over the world. Where are you going to get your uranium from? From Africa. All your minerals from Africa. Because it's all there. They dropped two bombs on Japan in the Second World War. And the uranium come from Africa to drop them bombs on Tokyo. You know them sides there, Japan. You know them sides there? Right. So you know the two bomb, them drop. Them sides in Japan, Second World War. You know how it go already. Well, the uranium come from Africa anyway. Central Africa. Zaire, them part there. So, you know, Africa is a big continent and the world needs it. That's why, you know, the original trading bloc of China, India, Africa and the Middle East always existed. You can see why. Look at what's in China they're selling. Look at what's in India they're selling. Look what's in Africa they're selling. The whole continent. Look what's in the Middle East. Camel, Fertile Crescent, that kind of thing. Yeah, but there's a whole heap of trade right there. South America, same. We trade their ships. The ships go all over the world. That's how people travel all around the world in the old times. While the Europeans are messing around in their caves, people are sailing on the waters thousands of years ago. And technology was different all over. So there's a lot of skills. Making a brick, concrete. Brick and concrete is an old thing. You make a brick, it's clay, water, sand. You crush up limestone rock or whatever you want to do with it and mix it all in, clay and water, put it in a brick mold and put it in a brick oven. And concrete, same, you just dry it out and crush it up into powder. Same thing. And the mortar, same, just add water to it. Make it sloppy. And when it's set like concrete. It's what you mix it with. So you can do the same thing with making plastic like the Americans. Look at all the waste all over the world. When we make something brick and concrete, you can crush it back up and put it in the nature the same way. But their inventions, plastic, it does pollute the whole planet. So you see the difference between the two technologies. Theirs pollutes the planet. Ours don't. But they're in charge because they're satanic. You can make something that can just degrade into whatever. Break down into whatever. And then decide to make something to pollute the whole world, pollute the oceans. Climate change. When you see climate change, think like this. The Almighty made everything for a purpose. And those people that understand his purpose and his will can also do as he does. Because the Messiah said that. So if you want to be like the Almighty, then follow the Messiah. Listen to him. If you want to be like Satan, then go listen to our next man. Black man, white man, whoever. Go listen to religion if you want to be like Satan. Because they're the best at it. It doesn't look much. But you have to take what it is. When you see an image of a man, that's not how the Almighty created him. He said, let us make man in our own image. Where's the bright nature? Right? Where's the light? Because if you say the Almighty is light, so if you say in his image is light and it's spiritual. So spiritual light is what the Almighty image is. It's not flesh and blood. But some people can change flesh and blood and also have the spiritual light within them. Some people can decide. Where does the wind come from? The Messiah said that. You don't know where the wind comes from and all that. It comes from heaven and travels in his creation. The Almighty's. So wind, being invisible, is a strong force. It can travel. Heaven, earth, planets, solar system, whatever. Because it's the Almighty's creation. And travel wheresoever it wants. And the spirits can as well, with his orders. So he says, and they do. He sent angels, he sent Messiah, sent apostles, prophets, judges in the old times, 12 tribes of Israel, the Levites, priests and Levites. And he had a whole heap of people. Whole heap of people and a big setup. You can have all kind of judge, right? You can have judge for army, warfare. You can have judge for society. So like you have a judge now, right? A regional judge and a community judge. Now a community judge would be somebody like a police. He'd just say, I don't like that evil. I don't like that trouble there or the hole in the road. And he'll get it fixed straight away. He or she would fix it straight away. Whatever they don't like. So I want, sort that out. The enemy's coming, the military judge will say, right, sort out the army and go fight them. Like Samson. Certain man for certain job and certain woman. It's open to men and women. But it was people with a passion for their people. You know, that strong passion. I love my people. So then they was a judge according to the laws of the Almighty and his ways. To protect the general population, everybody. So when a white man say, oh, it was this and it was that, they don't know what they're talking about because it's not their system. It's not their history. It was to protect men, women and children. You know, the farmers, the landowners, the rich, the poor. And it was a beautiful system back then. But you have to understand, they had more knowledge of the Almighty. They weren't in no devil system of Satan. Some of them used to do it first when they start out, when they come from Egypt. That's devil system. And then they learn the system of the Almighty, and some people learn it strong and did it strong, like King David and Solomon when he start out. It's about knowing what system it is that you're doing. Devil system is preached in every school in the world. The system of the Almighty is only said one or two places. You know, it's quiet, it's whispers. But any institution you care to name, it's all devil system and devil knowledge. Any institution, any business, any religion, whatever. Devil system. Even hospitals, because they can't heal people, they give them medicine, chop them open and all that. That's devil system. Now, the Almighty, the Messiah, he's doing a system of healing people with his power and the power of the Father. So the Father himself is doing the works within the Messiah. His spirit, his knowledge, his power, his holy ways, his holy system. Within the Messiah, full force. Not a little bit, massive force. And the Messiah said, yes, he loved all of that. Loved the righteousness and hate the wickedness. And he did the works. All his life long he was healing. Didn't just start healing when he get to 30 and all that. He was healing from within his mother's womb. Hear that? Within his mother's womb he was healing. Because his mother was the first person he healed. When she gave birth, heal her up quick. She didn't have no problem with the birth, man. No problem at all. He fixed that. And she realized his power. And she was in charge from since he's a baby until he gets older. She was in charge. And if you ever listen to her talking to him in the Bible, you'll hear say, she'll tell people, go and get the water jug. Because she knows his power from since him born and before him born. And she knows. Because she grew up in the temple in Jerusalem under the high priest. And the angels used to feed her in the temple. Yeah, her education was from the angels in heaven. And she was one of them women blessed of the Almighty because she had that way and that spiritual way, that holiness. And she was a pure virgin. She was a virgin and she was pure. Later on, she had a husband. Later. And you know, the Messiah had brothers and sisters later. But yeah, she pure, man. And that's why she blessed because she's there in the Almighty's holy system. And the world's not in that system. It should be, but it's not. So I'm saying in the kingdom of the Almighty, there's no devil system. There's no devil knowledge. There's no sin, death, and decay. There's no crime like all you see now. There's nothing impure being in Jerusalem. If you're of the world religion, you can't enter Jerusalem. Not with this world system and religion. You can't enter that area. You're outside of it. You have to be pure like the Messiah to enter Jerusalem them times. And there's guards on each gate. Can't just walk in and out as you feel. All the nations of the world impure, they can't come in. But 3 times a year, the men are supposed to collect and gather at Jerusalem. Millions of men supposed to gather. And people are supposed to do the festivals. So, of course, Jerusalem has to be a big holy city. The future one. If these Khazars build a Jerusalem, it will only get destroyed because it's not of the system of the Almighty. They don't know nothing about holy systems, so they can build it. Yeah, of course they could build a temple. But it would only be for Satan if they did. And it'd have to be destroyed because it's satanic. Help the world, feed the world? No, it won't. Lower the cost of living? No, it won't. It'll just be 100% satanic. They say one world order, right? New world order. All that means, simple and plain, is they want one government to do more evil within that government. That's all it is. Oh, let's have one government so we can do more evil to whoever. Oh, well, have we got that black man? Him over there with that big mouth. Yeah, that one him on the video. Yeah, him, that one. Let's have him first and a few others. Hebrew Israelites, let's have all of them. Christians that don't want to conform to our evil ways, let's have them as well. That's all it is. More of the same, but just worse. It's not better, it's worse. They want child abuse. Right? Make it legal to abuse little children. Right? That kind of thing. You know, gay marriage, everything of Satan, they want it. Everything. And no nastiness would be too small. They want more of it. Child sacrifice openly. Right? Children go missing every year in America, all over the world. Child sacrifice. Raping children, sacrificing them. All the old time devil religions, the Baal worship. That's what they want. That's what the one world government is. It's satanic. Grossly satanic, where evil spirits are infesting people, dominating people, mashing up people. In the end times, devil spirits rule people's life to the extremes. The dragon, the beast, and the false prophet. All three of them is one thing. That's the Trinity. Right? That's their Trinity. Right? Don't get it twisted. The dragon, the beast, and the false prophet. That's the European Trinity. Because Europe I'm talking about. It's European. And it's worldwide. So that's what I'm talking. Right? So what? They don't like me saying that? Can they call me a liar? Any of them? No, they can't. Because I'm telling you straight what it is. That's Bible and that's truth. Revelation, the book of Revelation is telling you about devil system, synagogue of Satan, devil knowledge, and all the nastiness of Satan get mashed up. That's the book of Revelation in a gist. And the Messiah being the architect to it, like the Father, still same way. So the Father, Messiah, sit on this planet. Bam, it gone. But the Messiah, he don't know. Only the Father know that day. It's the Father's decision. Him one. No one else. He can tell me, he can tell you, he can tell whoever. But you'll know. But the book of Revelation is what it is. It's the Messiah's message, but it's about devil system and what happens to it. So you're sure. When you read the Revelation book and you don't understand anything Bible, it's only two systems. You've got devil system, corrupting mankind, sin, death, and decay. Devil knowledge, devil system, right? You got that? Now, you've got the Almighty's holy system creating everything. So the Almighty is creating everything and devil system is destroying it. Is that hard to understand? In any language in the world, is it hard to understand? Two systems. Devil knowledge, devil system is only corruption, sin, death, and decay. And everything evil and darkness. No light in it, no truth, no nothing. And all the empires in the world follow that system. Witchcraft, same thing. Sorcery, same thing. So a lot of magic still going on and sorcery. And evil spells and such things. And all that voodoo business and everything evil of Satan. Still going on. Because that's satanic knowledge and power. And it's a negative force. It doesn't build anything. It destroys. Very corrupt. Very nasty. No truth in it whatsoever. To tell a lie is their natural way of telling the truth. So you take the system of the Almighty. Now you understand everything. The Almighty system being loving, caring, and it can give you licks. Heavy. It can destroy devil system within seconds. But that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of people get destroyed. A lot of people. Just because Satan's lying to people and people want that. All the leaders in the world, they're all satanic. Every single one of them. And I'm not just saying that to sound big. Go listen to any of them. Listen to them say ever. You'll wait a long time if you do. Don't dare hold your breath. But listen to them ever say, let's establish something righteous and true. Something loving and caring. And so everybody prosper. They'll never say that and they'll never do it. Ever. They will say anything for you to follow them. They will promise you heaven and earth. Mountains of gold and silver. And they'll promise you the whole world. Everything. You'll never see it. They give a little bit of money. Slavery money. I'll give these N-word people a bit of the money they work for. And they think they're rich. Yeah, because they're thick. It's easy to corrupt and fool a black man. Easy. Very easy. Give him a little money and he'll do anything. Gold, silver, anything he'll do. Diamonds, pearls. He'll do anything. Because he's corrupting his mind. Corrupt. So it's easy to deceive and fool. That's the black man. Celebrity. You have to do all them nastiness to be a celebrity. Take it up the butt and all that. And all them nastiness in the... well, okay, it's a gay show thing. And, even people come to me with all kind of nastiness. Don't even think they don't. They do. And in the past, they tricked me enough times in all kind of things. You go to prison, right? And they want to do you something. They inject you. When you're asleep, you don't know what's happening. They drug your food, drug your tea. You drink a cup of tea and you're drugged. You don't know what's happening when you're asleep. They open up the cell. You don't know what day it is. They can do what they like. You wouldn't know. Military same. Raping people in the military and police happens all over. In this country it's bad. UK. It happens when it happens. And victims are victims. So how much man has been beaten up and raped? They're going to talk about that? No, they're not. How much man is abused when they're little children? They're going to talk about that. Most don't. One or two men come up to me and tell me things. One or two women come up to me and tell me things. I have a whole heap of crackhead people listening to some idiot talking about me right now. Nastiness. I'm not doing nothing, but you still got people shouting and screaming. And you know what they say? Those that scream the loudest and shout the loudest. Yeah, you know that. So anyway, what it is, to say something that helps your people. Something, anything. But don't get it twisted about the system of the Almighty or devil's system. You can trap people in the words. You can. But you have to keep those two systems separate, because they are separate. Night and day, what they got in common? Nothing. Good and evil, what they got in common? Nothing. So same way, the devil's system of Satan and the system of the Almighty, his holy system, have nothing in common. Nothing. If you're in the devil's system, then the system of the Almighty will cramp and paralyze you. The power system is the Almighty. Now, when the Almighty gives you power, and believe me, when he do, you know, because you know when he gives you power. You have to be careful with it. Do not quench the Holy Spirit. Do not disrespect the Father. I need the Father. I need the Messiah. I do. I know I do. If you know me, you know I do. Same way. Serious thing. But you see, all of this world, and I can have heaven right now, this very minute. I want heaven. You can keep this world, man. Seriously. Bob Marley said it good. You know? You don't work for no CIA when them killing Russ. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking. They kill enough of our people, you know. Don't think, say we dead natural. Because we don't. We get poisoned every direction. You know what them have? Harvesting body parts. You could not even, you know, if you made a film of all the evil they do against us, there'd be riots the very next day. All the evil. I mean, from slavery days till now. And it's like in big movie, like 3-hour movie, next one 3-hour movie, next one 3-hour movie. And everything they've done to us in the last, say, 500 years. Just a quick thing, you know, in movies. There would be riots and mass murder going on all over America and Europe. All over. West Indies, South America, everywhere. There'd be chaos. Because you wouldn't believe that amount of evil they could do. Scientists, Jewish scientists and Khazars, financiers, bankers, Khazars, Hollywood directors, Khazars, medical. Oh, you go to hospital next time. Ras, we got a little something for you, boy. Flu jab. Bomba clat. Get your own medicine quick. Get your own self-reliance quick. Because if you depend upon them people, they can do anything they want with you. Take your brain out and put a machine in there. Nanotechnology. Bomba red. Woolly patty. Yeah? Alright. One love still, yeah? Yeah, man. Yah-Israel, for real. One love. Always. No matter how it go. Love all owner. Seriously. You know. One love. Your blessings. One and all. Peace. Shalom.